Hi, y'all. Welcome back, everybody that's returning. Those of you that are new, welcome to my platform. My name is Astraea Love, and I'm going to be doing a reading for you guys today. So I hope you guys have had a good day. Please know that my readings are timeless. So whenever you get to this message, this reading, there's going to be messages in here for you. My hair is like straight up bugging me, you guys. Sorry. I just got to fix it really quick. Gotta make this workable for me because it just gets in my way. I want to wear it down, but it gets in my way and gets caught in my sweater. It gets, it's just, but I like having long hair. So, it is what it is, I guess. But yeah, so my readings are timeless for those of you that are new. All right. Which means that whenever you get to this message, there's going to be things in here that you need to hear. I suggest that you guys watch all of the readings on both of my platforms. Why do I say to do that? Because each reading is going to have a personal Easter egg for your spiritual journey that you can basically use to decode your own path and to help you. You can learn from other people's experiences so that you don't make the same mistakes as them, and you can progress very quickly by watching these readings. Okay, a lot of really good information comes through here. And so yeah, that is what I suggest for you guys. And just do it as at your leisure. I would just go to whatever title. And I'm having a hard time with my pictures. Like, I create AI artwork, but I'm having a hard time with my pictures getting them to like work with the video, whatever. So just ignore that for the time being. But just go to whatever title that you feel drawn to and click on that video and start watching it. Okay. That's how I would literally go through these readings. And I have another platform that's called the Psychic Tarot Angel Oracle, where I use more oracle cards, which are like, let's see. Well, the oracle cards are just they're not the system of tarot. Okay. I've created my own oracle deck that I use that's got a lot of stuff in it. And so on that platform, I do the same type of thing, only I'm just working with the different types of cards. Okay, so if any of you guys have any personal questions, you can always send me a $20 super chat with your question, and I will make it a priority to answer your question, okay? That is the way that I do personal readings now, and it's affordable. Welcome everybody coming into the chat. It's affordable, it's easy. Also, if anybody would like to tip or donate, there are links in the description box below to do that. So we're going to talk about two books, very important books, before we get started with the reading. But the first book, okay, why I'm doing it in this order is because this book, I've always been psychic, you guys. Like, and I will tell you, my childhood experiences, I grew up talking to fairies. I did not have friends like that. Like how normal people had friends, I had a very hard time with friends, okay? Because I would rather play with the fairies in the yard, literally, okay, than play with toys. Like I just, I was not a toy person until I saw other kids play with toys, and then I was like, okay, maybe there's something to this. But again, I was in the yard playing with the fairies like majority of my life. Even when I was like 13, my mom was like, you have to stop talking to yourself in the yard. And I'm like, I'm not. I didn't want to say like, Mom, I'm not talking to myself, but you know what I mean. So why I'm talking about this book, the link to this book is in the description box below. It is called The Truth of God by Michael STEADMAN. Okay, this is the best book in the world. Okay, I've always been psychic, but gaining this information and knowledge took me out of being trapped in the psychic realm where negative entities are, disembodied spirits, black magic, all that crap, right? Aliens, extraterrestrials, all of that is like this psychic realm. This book helped me transition into my higher self and get out of the trap of the psychic realm. Like seriously, it was a game changer for me, and I still use the techniques in this book every single day. So I feel like use a tool while you're developing. Use a tool. Literally, this book is a tool. The 3 techniques that I'm going to talk about that are like worth more than gold, okay? Because you do not have to be psychic or in at all to use this book, okay? And to use it effectively. To gain what I'm talking about, you don't have to have abilities. Everybody does have abilities, though. I truly believe that. Everybody has clear sentience. I don't care what anybody's saying. That's the ability to like feel things with your gut, feel things with your senses. Okay, so the first technique is called the God technique. That technique is extremely valuable and extremely important because it's the thing that got me untrapped from being in the psychic realm. Okay, what it does is it raises you into the consciousness of your higher self, aka God, so that you are not starting out like when you start out your journey and you're in your south node, your ego, you're looking up to God, right? The God technique takes you from looking up from your ego to looking from the top down, like through the eyes of God. Okay, that gives you the ability to see things from a higher perspective. It also gives you the ability to detach from whatever you're seeing, and it helps you see things through the lens of unconditional love, joy, peace, happiness, bliss, and great understanding. All right, so it is a major consciousness shift. It is like taking your spiritual journey from going on nothing to like super, it's like light speed. That's all I can really say for that. For everybody's journey, our paths are all a little bit different, but the similarity in them is the fact that we are all here learning that we are God, okay? That our higher selves are God, that our soul, again, is God. You are God having this experience, not an extension or a part of God. You are God, not existing in the fullness, but God nonetheless. Okay, so that's the first technique. The second technique, there are so many more techniques than just these three, but these three I use on a day-to-day basis because I don't really practice astral projection. For me, astral projection happens when I go to sleep. So it's just, we've got the spiritual bank. Okay, the second technique is called the joy versus anger technique. That helps you develop a yes and no answering system with the Most High so that you can get immediate answers back so that you're not saying a prayer, waiting for a response, looking for an angel number, or being confused. My life before I started asking questions, should I be around this person? Should I consume this? Should I go here? Should I buy this? It was chaotic as all hell. To be quite honest, it was extremely, before this information, it came into my life, it was extremely chaotic. Now, there is a channel called, I think I would type in Esther Hicks, Abraham. Okay. If you guys know about this platform, this channel, there's a lady that is called, her name is Esther Hicks. She channels a collective consciousness called Abraham. That information I feel like is really helpful, but it still to me is all psychic realm stuff. So as you can learn how to get into your vortex through watching her stuff, you can learn a lot how things create and manifest. The joy versus anger technique gives you the ability to ask yes and no questions and get an immediate response back, one that you can trust, and that's more reliable than muscle testing or using a pendulum. Okay. Second, and then the third one is the mind technique. So our tools have been using us like we're the tool, but the mind is actually the tool. So why the mind technique is so good is because it gives you the ability to question storylines and thoughts and beliefs that are no longer serving you so that you can then release them so that you don't keep pulling in the same situations over and over again. And that is a blessing beyond, like our subconscious mind creates 97% of our reality. So for that to be happening, that's all the stuff we don't even know about. So the mind technique is extremely important. Okay. That way that you're not just creating the same experience over and over again. Yeah, this goes into the purpose of life, muscle testing, the 1 to 10 method, the advanced techniques, and then it goes through the story of God, the truth of God, and how to understand yourself, your spiritual self, basically. So, and cleansing, how to keep your spirit cleansed, all of that. Okay, so the link to this book is in the description box below. For those of you that want to fast track your spiritual journey, tap into your gifts and abilities, this is going to be the one that you don't have to be psychic to use this book and to be effective. Okay, the second book we're going to talk about is the one that I've written. This one is called Visago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells, and it's got different tarot card spreads for each of the major arcana cards, which are the major transition cards, like the Strength, the Moon, the Hermit, okay? All of those are the Death, the Lovers, all of those are major transition cards. So they're called the major arcana, okay? And so I've created a tarot card spread, basically, all you need to begin this book is the original Rider-Waite tarot deck. And I suggest that you get this exact deck that's got the words on it, okay? Because the words stand out to me. And obviously you'll pick up more information than just what's on the card, but this is like a great guide. So let me just open. Oh, okay. So let's see. Well, the first tarot card spread that I created for this book is actually, it's not based on the major arcana. It's actually based on the year, the zodiac, the 12 signs, but I've added 2 more signs. Okay. The 2 signs that I've added are Ophiuchus and Cetus. So that it's just really important. I feel like people understanding. So Cetus is from March 21st to March 28th. Okay. And I'm looking for Ophiuchus. Ophiuchus is like Sagittarius. It's around Sagittarius. So each of the zodiac signs has a major arcana card that they're associated with. I don't know if you guys know this. All of this stuff is information that I'm talking about is in this book. Okay. So basically you get to learn the tarot, you get to learn the major arcana cards. I'm just going to skip to, okay. So the Fool, the Joker, and the Jester tarot card spread. All right. The Fool numbers association is 0. Answer is yes. Zodiac sign is Aquarius and Virgo. The Fool's journey is unpredictable, open, spontaneous, adventurous, a free spirit, and a dreamer. The Fool is free of responsibility by choice and does not like restrictions. The Fool has the soul of an entrepreneur. This card signifies the start of a new phase of life and new beginnings. The Fool is on the journey to find his or her destiny, being led right to the edge of the cliff. The Fool is not worried because he/she knows that the universe orders the Fool's steps. The Fool walks forward on faith towards an auspicious future outcome because the Fool trusts in his or her own ideas, no matter what others may say. So when you would do this tarot card spread, you'd shuffle the deck, and then you pull 1 card for the Fool. The card that you pull for this position will reveal to you an insight into your own spiritual journey. If there are any new beginnings happening in your life, it may be revealed to you with the card that you pull for this position. If you have any naiveness within you that is blocking your path, that may also come through the card that you pull. This position may show to you any parts of your path that may be dangerous. Are you paving the road to hell with good intentions? Is there anyone on your path that you cannot take with you to your future? Have you been investing in the different types of foolishness? 1 being the blind man, 2 being the man in denial, 3 being the unintelligible man, and 4 being the sarcastic man. All foolishness will be unveiled in the card that you pull for this position. And then we're just going to skip to the Fool tarot card magic spell. These spells are not to do with anybody else. It's to do with you and God and the Holy Spirit. So it's basically a manifestation technique. So you'll take the Fool card, a pen, a piece of paper, and a small bag. This one, you'll need a couple of herbs for it. Vervain, mugwort. Okay, those are really common herbs. If you guys don't have those, I would get those. I would also get sage and Palo Santo. Cleanse your deck. Anytime that you even buy anything, I would cleanse it. Especially if you're getting it from like some people think that you have to have a deck handed down to you. That is some type of strange myth. That's not actually accurate. You could go literally on Amazon and buy the original Rider-Waite tarot deck for like $6. Okay, you don't have to have it given to you. So basically, you'll start with smudging the card, then you'll place the Fool card upright between the palms of your hands, rub your palms together so that you can charge the card with physical energy. When the card feels warm to the touch, you recite out loud 3 times, I evoke and invoke the Divine Fool's presence and the magic to become this card incarnate, to take over and inhabit thee for this magic spell. Then you take the piece of paper and the pen, begin to write a letter to the Fool as if you were a dear friend. So you're basically writing yourself a letter. Be sure to write down any requests that you have for the Fool in the letter. Sign your name at the end with your date of birth, seal the paper with a kiss, and fold it so that it fits the same size as the Fool tarot card. Then use the rubber band and clip to attach the letter to the card. Now take out your bag and place the card with your letter inside of it. Add the lapis lazuli crystal, which is a really, really good crystal, holds the energy of Archangel Michael within it. With a pinch of vervain and a pinch of mugwort, allow the Fool card to charge the energies of the ingredients in the bag for you. Recite into the bag the following sentence. I invoke and evoke Iwas, the energies of the divine Fool. Iwas is a rune, by the way. Into this magical bag to eliminate foolishness in my life. Now close the bag tight and place it underneath your pillow. Mugwort is so good for dreams, you guys. If you're having a problem remembering your dreams, you know, what they used to do is they used to take mugwort and sew it into pillows, like when they would make your pillow. So anyways, then you'll cleanse the card and you'll put it back. But yeah, it will help eliminate any foolish choices, like if you're spending too much money on things that you don't need, if you're around people that are not for your highest and best good. It will reveal any ways that you're being foolish in your life where God is wanting you to move in a different direction. So if it has to do with money, if it has to do with sex, if it has to do with relationships. So the link to this book is in the description box below. And, you know, why I tell people to get this one first is so that you can get that yes and no answering system, the joy versus anger technique, so that when you go to learn to read your own cards, because I created this book because I know how hard it can be to pull cards for yourself, because you want to see a certain situation, but then you wanting to see something may cause you to miss what's actually there. So while you guys work through this book, I would literally take a picture of each tarot card spread that you do, and then literally, you know, take notes of what you pick up on, go back and look at it again and see if you gain any new insight. There could be things that you miss. There for sure, when I've tried to read for myself, were things that I missed. But this book I created so that you can work with God and the Holy Spirit on developing your own spiritual energy, working through your own spiritual journey, and integrating the archetypal energies of the major arcana cards, which are the major life transitions. And it helps you go beyond the self-doubt of using tarot when learning to pull cards for oneself. So this book was inspired by the Ars Goetia spirit known as Visago. He has assisted me in designing the different tarot card spreads in this book so that they cater to your personal experience. I, for one, know how difficult it can be to read cards for yourself, literally, due to our personal attachment to the outcome. This book will assist you in getting past the blockage and obtaining the spiritual truth that will set you on your divine life purpose, aka spiritual path. The book of never before created major arcana spreads references the standard Rider-Waite deck for all explanations and includes spells and rituals for each of the 22 cards, which are the major arcana cards. Different card combination descriptions are gifted from years of practical knowledge and are included in the additional notes section. So in the back, you'll get to see, like, okay, the Hierophant Tarot card. The Hierophant Tarot card, when you see the Hierophant Tarot card, well, the Hierophant Tarot card in a reading could also indicate that there is a Hierophant group involved with this situation. A Hierophant Tarot card with a Chariot card, it could mean that somebody from a Hierophant group, religion, cult, or secret society, or somebody that's in law enforcement, okay? So it just gives you the Hierophant and the Death Tarot card, all the different combinations of the major arcanas and how they could come out together and what that could possibly mean. So that if you get, like, if you're doing your tarot card spread and you get 3 major arcana cards in a row, that would be something I would stop immediately, go to the back of the book and look what it said and see what it says, so that you can figure out what information, you know, you need to be aware of. Basically, that's what these readings are for. Okay, so just to let you guys know, if you have any personal questions, you can send me a $20 super chat with your question and I will pause the collective reading and I will answer your question. Okay. All right, so we are calling upon the Most High God and the Holy Spirit, Jesus Christ, the Ascended Masters, the saints, the angels, the archangels, our spiritual team of highest light and resonance, our spirit guides, and I think I said answers or ancestors. Yeah, we are asking for answers. And nature spirits everything that's in our spiritual team of highest light and resonance. And we basically are asking them to put a protective shield around us, keeping us safe from all negative interference or anyone or anything that would try to negatively block or influence or impact this reading in any way. I pray for the highest light, the highest wisdom, the highest knowledge, and the highest truth to be revealed to me and my collective. And I pray for all of my subscribers. So as I call upon your personal favor, God, please continue to bless and prosper this platform. Please continue to bless and prosper my subscribers and the people that love me. Thank you, God. All glory, honor, worship, and praise goes to my highest self, the Most High, the spiritual realm, for everything that I do. Okay? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you, I love you, I love you. And again, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so by watching my videos, you're agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled. Okay, if I talk about anything in the realms of health or anything else like legal, just follow up with a professional in that field, because I am not a medical doctor, nor am I a lawyer. Okay, so that's just being responsible with the energy. Do not bully me or anybody in the chat or anybody in the comments. Everybody is allowed to have their own spirituality here. But if you come in here on the dumb Bible shit telling me that I'm going to go burn in the lake of fire or whatever, and first of all, it does not even fucking say that about psychics or tarot card readers or intuitive people. Jesus was a psychic, just to remind y'all. It doesn't even say that in the Bible. I don't know where people are getting this shit from, but I literally looked it up and it does not say that. It says sorcerers and weirdos, basically, witches, warlocks, weirdos. So anyways, like I was saying, everybody's allowed to have their own belief system and their own, way of thinking. Okay. We're not judging anybody. And so, yeah, don't bully anybody in the comments. Don't bully me. Don't come in here telling people that they need to repent and be saved. People need to stop with the dumb shit and look at themselves before they start projecting their bullshit. Just because the Bible said something, which is the Bible is a book that was manipulated by humans that betrayed Jesus to his face. Not only that, but they also created the Bible. They left out a whole bunch of really important texts that should have been included. And it's written by men that we don't even know. We can't ask them if they had a real experience with God. Okay. So again, and what their version of God, because back in the day, their version of God was like Baal and Moloch. All right. And their version of God was probably an Anunnaki, something that would actually come from the sky. So just be aware of that there's no ignorance on this channel. We're not judging anybody. We're not condemning anybody to hell. That is not a Christian's fucking job to condemn people to hell. I can tell you that right now. God has put people like me, people like you guys in specific places so that we can reach people that would not be reachable had we not been put in that position. Point blank, period. And I don't care what anybody says about that, because that is what the truth is. I can't change the truth as to why we're all here. Okay. So just know that that is my warning. Like, I've already called upon the angels and stuff to limit people from doing that shit. Okay. And yes, I love Jesus. All right. But is Jesus 100% the answer? If you want to be lazy, good for nothing idiot, then yes. However, if you want to tap into your own Christ consciousness and save yourself, that's that. I would just go ahead and do that instead of sitting around waiting for some imaginary figure to show up. Okay. Point blank, period. I think Christ consciousness is going to come back through each and every individual person attaining Christ consciousness, which is looking out through the eyes of source, God, love, joy, and peace, And so, yeah, it's not anybody's job on this planet to judge other people for what they're here to do. And so, again, just be kind, you guys. Treat other people how you would want to be treated. If, people really need to start putting themselves in other people's shoes, or at least attempting to look out through other people's experiences, because they are so blindsided by their own bigotry that they can't see that God exists within all of us. Are all of us tapped into God? No, but that could change. You know what I mean? So I get that this storm that's happening, it could be about this winter storm, but I got that this is like a metaphorical storm that's occurring. There's a storm that's happening and you guys are going to benefit. It's a spiritual alignment. It's a spiritual activation. Whatever this issue is that's being brought to the surface is just being brought forward so that you guys can heal. That's literally what it is about. It's about looking at yourself, healing, going within, accessing whatever wisdom that you need to access, and releasing the beliefs that no longer serve you, that we're creating the situation. That's like all that this is about. So for those of you that are experiencing a physical storm, I feel like praying, okay, is important. Why? Because it creates a boundary. It creates a barrier that will protect you in times of trouble. Psalm 91 is great. I specifically love the book of Psalms. There's only one psalm in the book of Psalms that I don't like, and it's Psalm 109, and it's because people will go to using that out of context and try to curse people with the Bible. The Bible is literature to me. And can it be used to help people and inspire people? Absolutely. Just like any other book. If you guys have not read The Alchemist, oh my gosh, I would listen to it, somebody reading it, but it is one of the best spiritual books out there. So, well, I would say The Truth of God is the best spiritual book, and then my book, and then The Alchemist. But The Alchemist is actually like a story, so it's a little bit different. All right, so we're going to see what this spiritual activation and healing, like, because I get that, you know, the energy of storming snow specifically is divine feminine energy. It's like soft, tangible, it covers things. And so I get that, you know, for some people, if you are getting a lot of snow, or if you are getting a lot of rain, or whatever it is, there could be some unprocessed emotions that just need to be released. Okay. And so by the weather on the outside of us reflects what's going on the inside of us as a collective and as an individual person. Okay. So just know that it's how people control the weather is they control it within, and that's how it manifests on the outside. And so, yes, there are people that can control the weather, and they would call them witches, okay? But sometimes, for me, every time that I cry, it will rain or snow. It seems to never fail. And sometimes it will start raining or snowing, and then I'll have a little cry or whatever. But I literally can associate the two things, and I know how to read nature, and I can understand what the universe and what God and what nature, how God expresses itself, is communicating to me. And this is like, you know, we have been told stories about Demeter and Persephone and the grieving process and how the earth is neglected. Okay. I feel like the fact that we go through winters and we have storms is no coincidence. It has to do with what we're going through on a collective level. And a lot of us are, you know, breaking free from old patterns, breaking free from old chains that were binding us, and we're stepping into new energy, and it's beautiful. However, it does take sometimes a little bit of ruffling of the feathers, I would say, or kicking up dust, kicking up storms, literally, sometimes to get you to look at a wound that you have ignored. And that's literally what I get the snow is for. When we have very intense emotions and intense thoughts that we cannot mentally get past in that moment, I feel like that's when ice hits, because it's an action where it freezes whatever that really, in fact, there is a crystal called snow quartz. Okay. If you guys don't know my past, I used to work in the a crystal store, and I wrote the card definitions for all of the cards for all of the crystals that we had in the store. And we did this for a very long time. We sold crystals. But there is a crystal called, so I know what all of the crystals, their best of purpose is for. There is a crystal called snow quartz. If you are having a hard time with your emotions and you want to freeze some of those emotions and just stop a negative emotion or a negative thought, working with snow quartz is a great crystal to work with. So if you want to integrate the energies of winter, snow quartz is also a good quartz. It's a good crystal to work with. And it's white. It looks like the color of snow, literally. So very, very good energy. Crystals are really good tools. Are they the for sure all answer? No. Going within and healing yourself and releasing the thoughts and beliefs are the 100% answer. But crystals can help. Okay. And they're minerals. You have to understand that for a crystal to be working, like this selenite, for it to be helping me, it has to be within arm's length. Okay. With the exception of clear quartz. Clear quartz is the only crystal that can really, well, clear quartz and Lumerian quartz can be programmed so that you can be gone from your house and you still have a crystal grid that's set up with the quartz that you programmed. All the other crystals that exist basically have to be within your energetic field for them to be working. Now, orgonite is another exception because this is a compound of minerals and metals and other substances, okay, that create an orgone field. This actually puts a field out that clears harmful EMF rays. I mean, this is when I got off the internet. It's not as powerful as the other ones that I have and the ones that we sold in the store and the ones that I've made myself. So yeah, so know about orgonite. Orgonite is really good as well. All right, so we're going to cut the deck and see what we have going on here. But I get that, you guys learning how to navigate these storms that come up so that you're not feeling victimized or like you're being left out in the cold, okay? It's a really important thing. Oh my God, Five of Pentacles. This is what I'm talking about. These winter storms, look at this. This is the only picture in the entire deck that has freaking snow on it. The Five of Pentacles is an energy of somebody being kicked out, outcasted, thrown to the wolves, per se, financial ruin, which it also has to do with homelessness. You can see in this card that this person is like got crutches. Okay. So somebody, and it also talks about, the loss of a home, health problems, weight loss, weight gain, that type of thing, financial ruin, support being lost from, obviously, if this person had friends and family, they would have a place to stay, or if they were allowed in a spiritual institution, they would have a place to stay. So the energy we're going to be talking about today is about, the Five of Pentacles energy as this storm comes through your life. And people look at storms as like something that's disastrous. But if you look at it as the necessary process for nature to bring up the things that we do not face in a normal state, if you look at it in the way that God looks at things, you'll be able to see that storms are not negative, okay? The Five of Pentacles energy is negative, being casted away, being kicked out, being thrown to the wolves, being kicked out in the dead set of winter, not being broke as fuck. That's all not a very positive experience. However, that's not your energy. The losing weight, gaining weight, that's not your energy. You guys are very attractive people. Whoever this person is that was trying to kick up a storm in your life and make you have to go through shit, they are in the Five of Pentacles, and that's why that card came out. And I think it's just ironic it's the only card in the deck that has snow on it. And so this person could be like being kicked out of a spiritual institution. Maybe they're being rejected. This person could be unemployed. I get that that's none of your problem, but whoever this person is, they continue to think that they need to live off of you or have your support. You guys have divine feminine energy active right now, which means you're able to tap into your intuition. And so you've already picked up this person's energy. You're aware of them, Oh, welcome everybody coming into the chat. Welcome in, Amelia. Oh, thank you guys as well for being here. And Esther Brown and Jay Seifer and Millie Star. Ironically, I mean, it's funny to me how we'll be talking about stuff and then I'll be shuffling and the cards will just fly out, and it's exactly what I'm talking about. So like I was saying, the Hierophant, okay, that could be a spiritual institution, a cult, a coven. Look at these two priests right here. It could literally be a religion. It feels to me like this storm that's going to be waking people up, okay, it's what it's supposed to be doing is breaking people out of fight and flight response and being in total survival mode, okay? Which is something that a lot of people will get stuck in for the majority of their life trying to fight, freeze. It's called freeze, flight, and fight. Those are the three responses from the reptilian brain, which we all have a reptilian brain. But when you start to tap into like doing the God technique, it takes you out of being trapped in that part of your brain, basically. So this Hierophant group, there could be a whole group of people that are being outcasted, or this person could have been evicted, you know, literally evicted from their home. The Hierophant is like somebody that's in a position of power that's usually a leader. Okay. I don't get that this person's a leader. I feel like somebody like a judge, you know, which would be a Hierophant, possibly told this person that they have to leave a property. Okay. Maybe this property doesn't belong to them and it's supposed to belong to you. That could very well be part of what's going on here. Stolen inheritance, stolen property. And again, you guys just have to understand that it's not actually possible to steal anything. Not in the way that these people think it is. The Seven of Swords. These people, whoever they are, they know that only one, look at this person being foolish as hell, probably running with these swords, having to look behind their shoulder because of who they have screwed over in the past. And then it talks about, you know, these people making any type of new commitment this is not the time for them to do that. They're having to run away from what they've already created because it's coming back to bite them in the ass. This person has to look behind them because, first of all, they always doubt themselves. This person's like a Debbie Downer. Yeah. Their first instinct is going to be to try to run and do everything themselves because they don't believe in a higher power. They don't believe in anything that is like actually of God, which is like love, joy, and peace. This person does not operate from that. They operate from fight, freeze, and, you know, fight, freeze, and flight. So running away, obviously, this is running away from previous choices that were made. This person feels like they have to flee. Okay. And maybe they pissed off a group of people. Again, you guys are very loved people. So like, for example, I don't have children, but if I did, and I found out that somebody was like after my kid, I would seriously get in the prayer warrior mode, like literally. Okay. And I do have a stepdaughter that I love to death still, even though we don't talk. I still pray for her. I want her to have the best life possible. Okay. And I hope the time that I devoted to her is going to help her do that in the future and in the present moment. But if I had like a child that I was responsible for and they were being harassed and bullied and stuff like that, I would go straight to God. I would be like, hey, God, higher self, hey, what is this? What can we do? What can I teach my kid? All of that type of things. I feel like you guys are in the way that I am very mothering and very Sekhmet-like in protection of when it comes to my people, like the people that I care about and all of that, which includes you guys. I get like real warrior badass bitch mode. And so this person, you know, they're in trouble because you have somebody that's on your team of spiritual highest light and resonance, and that's could be an ancestor, could be a spirit guide, could be an angel, but you have somebody that's on your team that is like me, that is relentless, that will not let it go. And so this is why this person's in this position. It's not because of anything that you did to them. It's because your spiritual team is slapping them upside the head and telling them basically that harassing you, gang stalking you, whatever this is about, is not going to serve their highest and best good. So they might as well just stop. You know what I mean? You know, like people can do and think what they want, but when it comes to free will, this person has made a major mistake when it comes to you. You are actually loved and cared by people. You have people that appreciate you, that to you, you are an important piece of their life. Okay. So you have to understand that you cannot be regretful for seeing somebody go through a trauma like the Five of Pentacles energy, being casted away and homeless, when they were trying to do that to you. Okay. You just have to understand that yeah, it sucks to see people suffer, but at the same time, sometimes a little bit of suffering goes a long way, and somebody will learn the lesson, and then they'll stop trying to cut down other people and destroy others. All right. And so that's what I'm seeing here, is that you have people that protect you, that love you, that are not just going to allow anything to happen to you. And to further my point, this person literally thought in their delusional ass mind that you could just like go missing and nobody would report it, nobody would notice. Like they think that you have absolutely nobody in your life, and that's delusional. To think anybody is out here completely 100% on their own is delusional. And that's just the way that I feel about it. It's like, Anybody wanting to take your stability, but they want stability themselves, you have to understand that those people that are trying to steal whatever this is, this gift that you possess. Honestly, I think what this person wants, why they're so like gung ho about trying to cause storms and disasters in your life and towers, is because this person does not possess the same spiritual inheritance that you have. They do not have a destiny that is like what yours is. They're not meant to be a leader. This is like a completely different person. Okay. Everybody has their own situation. And then when people are called, but it's like this, it's like you got called to do a certain thing to serve the highest and best good of everybody, which is Christ consciousness. You have been called to do something. You answered the call when God called. Okay, point blank, period. This person is over here ignoring their own phone calls from spirit while trying to answer your phone, or hack into your device to answer your phone to try to intercept a phone call that God would give you. Like metaphorically, look at it metaphorically. But also this person is trying to hack into your device to stop somebody from contacting you. Maybe this is about a home, maybe this is about property. We'll find out what it's about, but I really get that this person has tried to, in the middle of a Mercury retrograde, which is where we're at right now, if you're watching this in now time. But yeah, know that my readings are timeless. This person is in the middle of a Mercury retrograde trying to mess with your communication with God. That's a problem. You have to understand that why this person is being outcasted and thrown away like the piece of garbage that they've been acting like is because literally they have tried to disconnect you from the energy that is animating everything. So that's not possible, nor is it something that anybody should be trying to do to another person. So you just have to understand that this person is getting their karma. And even though you may be the stimulus for them to get their karma, this person was trying to literally conjure up a literal storm. This person wanted you out in the cold, not able to fend for yourself, not able to have clothing, shelter, food, all of that, wanted you crippled and all of this shit. And why? Because you possess something that they cannot ever attain, which means not in this lifetime, not in the next lifetime. They will never attain these abilities that you possess, this love that you have, this light that you have, this relationship, whatever this is. This person knows that they cannot go make any type of money and go buy a spiritual power. This is one reason why this person was never gifted with any abilities, is because God knew that this person would abuse them. That's why they don't have them. This person's blaming you for shit that has nothing to do with you. You just have to understand that that's not your fault, but still take accountability for why you attracted in somebody into your reality that's on this type of time. Because I feel like that you guys are very calm, peaceful people. You may go through some things, some ups and downs, most likely caused by this person and their bullshit energy, but you may go through some things, but you always come back to a neutral, calm state, okay, of normalcy. This person does not have that security emotionally, mentally, psychologically established, okay? So literally just understand that this person is desperate, okay? They're crying out for help. 3 of Wands. This person's looking at you with this new business idea, this new profitable venture, this already concluded project or already created idea. And they're wondering why they don't have anything similar to that. This person should be wondering, how are they going to stay warm after they tried to literally conjure up a storm, okay? And then send it to you. So I get that whatever this is that you are working on, continue to work on it. Be devoted to the work that you're doing for God and the Holy Spirit. Don't let this person get in your way, okay? Literally. Don't let them get in your way, you guys. All you're required to do is continue to move forward, to continue to invest in yourself. Ask yourself, what do I need to give myself at this time to calm the energies of this storm? Okay. If you're experiencing chaos outside, that means there's chaos inside. If you're experiencing chaos outside and it's bright and shiny on the outside, Okay, that means that there's a disconnect going on, because everything is a reflection of itself. Look, your ideas, you guys, are the Wheel of Fortune, your destiny and your fate. This intellectual property that is yours, nobody else can steal that. Oh, thank you so much, Amelia. You're amazing. Thank you for that donation. Nobody can steal this destiny, this fate, this blessed inheritance that you have. They also cannot make you enter into a cycle of giving to them. And this is what this person truly wants. They want you to give to them again. They're like, oh, if I only had collective's energy, I could do this. This person was trying to get away with doing bad things with your energy. And when you called your power and your energy back to you, it left this person with nothing. Four of Swords, because this is a end of a personal battle, a war that somebody started with you in the spirit, you guys. This is the end of that war. This person is not moving forward. You know, they need to take some time to literally contemplate their actions and their decisions. Because this person saw you winning in your Wheel of Fortune era, being in your destiny and your fate, getting a bright future, having abundant ideas, being creative, and they felt like that you were flexing, basically. Because this is the type of person that loves to show off. Like, you know, are there two doors that you see you keep meditating? Oh, I love that. That seems really positive. I mean, it's obviously a choice. Obviously a choice. Yeah, if I were to see something like that, I would definitely just use my intuition and go for whatever door felt the best. But you guys are this divine being. You're this creator. You're this self-made person. You are an authentic soul. You have authentic, real energy and a real personality that brings you wealth, abundance, creativity, prosperous things, you know, fruitful adventures, basically. Okay. And so I understand what you're going through. It's just tough to look at somebody else suffer, but it's also tough to have to cut people off when they show you red flags, basically. And this person was a walking red flag, because it's like they were playing in your face while trying to backdoor you. Okay. This person was trying to go behind you and undo everything that you had created or steal it in some type of way. This is why they were judged harshly. And this is why they're not being given a home. Like, this person was trying to mess with your stability, your finances, and your ability to have a safe place to live. Okay. That's not cool. Six of Pentacles. This person wanted you being the beggar, and they wanted to be the lender. And now this is an end to you having to, I would say, deal with this person's bullshit. You tolerated this person so much. You could have literally gotten revenge on them, and you did not. You allowed God in the universe to take over. And this person is now seeing that their business ideas were stupid. Their ideas of stealing your already created self-made business and all of your inheritance that God has given you and what God's doing for you, it's not even possible to steal. And yeah, can't lend because they doesn't have shit. Literally, this person, they don't feel like they're enough. That's not your problem. Okay. This person doesn't feel like they're enough. They aren't enough. They need to go within, straight up. They're having, you know, this person is looking at like the fact that you are having success in business and sales and whatever this new adventure you're on. And they are wondering why money doesn't flow in their life the same way. And it's because their energy is on nothing. They don't have good energy to start with. Ace of Wands, exactly what I'm talking about. Anything that you plant, God will fuel. So this is why anything, like, it's a great time to start a family, great time. Anything is possible. It's a great time to begin a new project, begin a new business, become an entrepreneur, start that side hustle, you know, what is it called? Rejuvenate the house. Redo the house, rearrange the things in your house, feng shui your home. Okay, so the energy of the fire horse can come through and you can continue to persevere while other people, I don't want to say that this person's going to continue to hate on you, but they are eventually going to have to look at themselves for why they created the situation that they're in. Welcome in, Juan, and welcome in anybody that I missed coming into the chat. You're recovering from trauma that could have taken years to overcome. Yeah, if it were them. Exactly. That's exactly it, Melanie. I completely agree. This is why That's why I was talking about snow quartz being a really good crystal for when you have intense emotions and intense trauma that you can't work through right at that moment. It can be a helpful crystal to help freeze those emotions so that you're not just going chaos, 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 and then seeing it outside. I feel like this is like a great time for you guys to have a awesome experience. Okay, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. The Ace cards are better than the 10 cards because they come from God. Whatever you put your divine energy into, it will prosper. Just know that. Whatever this idea, this artistic creation, this, if you want to be an actress, if you want to get into the industry, if you like to do music, whatever this is that you want to do, it's going to be very profitable. Okay, people are like not understanding that you rely on spirit, on your higher self and God, to, which is the same thing basically, to bring in your prosperity and your abundance. You're not relying on the human world because the human world has let you down. This person that's trying to work against you does not understand that in any type of way. That your organic, natural connection to your higher self and God is what's kept you alive. And had it not been for the divine realm and for your angels and literally for your spirit guides and ancestors, you possibly would not have made it through this horrific trauma that they tried to throw on you. This person is so unaware of what they did to you. It's actually pathetic. It's making me question this person's everything, because how could they tried to put you in this Five of Pentacles energy. They wanted you broken, homeless. They tried to create a storm to where your home would be destroyed. For what reason? You have done nothing to this stupid person, this fucking witch, this Queen of Wands person. You have not done anything to them. You helped this person. They could have been a coworker, an ex-friend, frenemy, whoever they are. Literally, this person is a rat. They could be the Chinese zodiac sign of a rat, a dog, a dragon, whoever they are, or a snake I just heard, or they could be the monkey. Whoever this Queen of Wands is, they believed more in their ability to practice magic than they did in your ability, in fate in itself, basically. This person thought they could use some type of magic, and I'm getting that this is like white person magic. What is white person magic? I'm not for sure. I would say runes, maybe. Is it runes? Is it Celtic? It's some type of like white person magic. Okay. That's what this person is using. That's literally what I'm getting. It's not hoodoo, it's not voodoo, it's runes, something like that. But they're using this stuff in an inappropriate way, whatever this is, whatever these deities are that they're connecting with. They're like trickster spirits. That's why this person's in the position that they're in, because they relied on an external magical power that they believed that they possessed, which actually came from another entity, but we're not even going to go into that. This person believed that they possessed gifts that could transcend the outcome of time, destiny, and multiple dimensions and multiple timelines. That's not even accurate. But that's what this person is on. That's what they feel like they can do. Yeah, you put yourself in the hermit mode, which it's good to do that every once in a while, to just take an assessment, go within, and to search for the answers for life's problems, basically. Sometimes we have to withdraw from everything else that's overstimulating to go within ourselves and find the answers. And so I really get here that you are dealing with somebody that, practices some low vibrational crap, and that's that has got them in the situation that they're in. This person could want to be in the same field of work as you, or they could want to do something similar to what you're doing. That's why this person wants to know where you're going, if you're going on vacation, if you're getting out, if you're living your life, if you have mental health. Like, this person is very wicked in the sense that they only want information that they can use, okay, to try to destroy you and cause a tower in your life. This person is trying to cause a tower. They've been doing this for a minute now, trying to call storms into your life so that you could not have a 10 of Pentacles, okay, a home, a place to live, and so that you couldn't have, a personal legacy to leave your children. This person felt the need to strip you of everything that you have, even down to your own ability to reproduce children. This wretched ass witch person wanted to stop you from ever having a real life. They don't want you getting married. They don't want you having a home. They don't want you having money. They don't want you having love, success, all of this stuff that you're going to have anyways. This person is pissed off. They don't want you having it. For some of you, this is like a removed family member, some weird person you cut off that you knew a long time ago growing up. For some of you, this is somebody that you met due to an ex or something like that. And for some of you, this is literally an ex-coworker, ex-friend, whatever. Crazy to me how this person is literally in the tower. They're experiencing trouble after trouble after trouble, and they're wondering when it's going to end, but they continually are trying to cause a storm to occur. And so this person, you know, why are they confused that this storm is hitting them? They were the ones conjuring it. It's crazy. That is craziness. This person, they felt the need to strip not only these abilities and positive traits that you have that God gave you for you, but they felt the need to take, like, if you, this is why I think that this type of shit is actually really serious. Even though it's dumb, it's very much a problem and is a very serious issue when people get to trying to take things into their own hands. Because literally, you having a 10 of Pentacles, if you do have children, is important so that your child can have a roof over their head. Who in the fuck on this planet is going to be evil enough to want to take food out of your child's mouth and a roof away from you and your children, or you and your legacy? Even if you don't have kids and can't reproduce, you still have a personal legacy. If you have a pet, your home needs a place to stay. They need food. Everybody deserves to have a home. Everybody deserves to have resources to stay alive. Point blank, period. The necessities of life, everybody deserves that. You sold your car. Yeah, continue to, you know, pray, you guys, and affirm that you are loved. Know this, okay? Please know this. Because this person wants you doubting yourself. They want you doubting your self-worth. They want you reneging on something that you've been given. Page of Wands. Because this person, look, the Queen of Wands is who's doing this. They have a child. Okay, you could have a child. They could have a child. This person's child is in the tower. And this person is in the tower. And this person can't even see their own child. So I'm wondering why they keep envying your life. Because this person they know the shit that they put you through. They don't know it personally because this person would never survive it. But they know what they attempted to do to you. They at least know that already. And they know what the things that you had to go through to have what you have. You know, it's not been easy for you. I don't know why this person is just acting like you just all of a sudden came up overnight. No, you've been on this spiritual journey. This person just didn't have the eyes to see you, and that's not your fault. Queen of Swords, you cut this person off. You told them no. You used your sword, like your tongue like a sword, and just said no to this person. You probably canceled and rebuked them. The Queen of Swords is somebody who has been hurt many, many times. This is how you have become an impeccable cutter offer of bad situations. Anytime something starts to go sour, you separate yourself from it. You also are very, very funny. Like, you have the ability to laugh at the situations that caused you pain, which is a very powerful talent. It truly is. The Queen of Swords is somebody who protects, okay? Who protects their own. And you are somebody that is not just going to let any old person come up here and do some stupid switcheroo shit, okay? And not only that, the spiritual realm itself is not going to allow that to occur. I'm being told that it's time for you to get out of hermit mode, but you could feel in hermit mode because it feels like there's a storm brewing. This storm is not for you to even have to live through. It's going to spiritually activate you to heal, but it's not going to hurt and harm you. Three of Swords. This Queen of Wands is pissed off because they have been betrayed, okay? Were you a part of that betrayal? No. You weren't a part of this person's relationship. You were not there making choices for them. But you're dealing with somebody that will not accept blame for their part of why they are being betrayed. This person is being betrayed because they betrayed you. Point blank, period. What goes around comes around. And this person could have been betrayed by their own child. This person's child could have told on their own parent, which is sad, but, you know, more power to the children if they're being harmed in any type of way or neglected. And this is a very neglectful parent, this Queen of Wands. This is why they can't break you up from your children. They can't separate you from the ones that you love. They cannot compete with you, Five of Wands, for anything. How can a witch compete with an earth angel? Make it make sense. You guys are light workers. How can like somebody that's doing low vibrational things to other people even compete with somebody that is not doing those things, that doesn't feel the need to destroy others or cut them down or humble them? Like, whose fucking business is it to humble somebody? First of all, the process of aging humbles everybody, okay? Not only that, the process of life humbles people. Like, oh, let's get the likes up, you guys. I think I forgot to say, like the video, make sure you're subscribed and tap the notification bell. Yeah, we have to get the likes up on the video so that the video can be picked up by the algorithm, and so that the YouTube knows that these videos are worth watching, which I really believe that they are. I would not be spending my time here doing this if I did not believe that this is literally what's going to help people, and if I didn't believe in myself and what I'm here to do. So I feel like you guys have cut off people that were trying to dominate you, and somebody was trying to compete with you for a position, for a car, for a home, for whatever, and now this person is being left without. Oh, well, you can't help them. If this person comes to you and asks for money, just randomly shows up or messages you or asks for some type of side deal or whatever, don't do it, okay? Do not compromise with this person. This person wants you to walk away from your journey here on the earth, being a light and a beacon of hope to others. They want you to walk away from that and then go down the path that they're on. You're never going to become no nasty ass witch that abuses spirituality and fucks people over. That's just not your energy. Emperor, you guys are the leader. You could have a very strong divine masculine energy that accompanies this very protective divine feminine energy. I feel like a lot of you guys, you know, there's somebody that wants to marry you for sure. Okay. And this Queen of Wands is like trying to block that from ever happening. Like, whose business is that? I really feel like people would be so much better in life if they would mind their own business. But telling that to this person is pointless because they will never ever do that. This person's experiencing a lot of bad luck right now. Like, things could be breaking around them. They could be getting fired. They could be unemployed. They could be having to pay back debts. Debt collectors could be coming to their door. People could be looking to find this person, not for a good reason. You know what I mean? Like, literally, you know, this person thought that they could just do some bippity boppity boop shit and make you completely disappear. And I'm sorry, sir, ma'am, this person was not present at the moment your soul was created to be able to argue with God and say that, oh, that's not a good enough creation, undo it. Like, who the fuck does this person think they are? Secondly, this person was not present at the moment that your father impregnated your mother. Okay, so that's another thing that God allowed to happen, and this person feels like it's wrong. Okay, they feel like you should not be here. The Fool. This person is in the energy of the Fool, but not in a positive way. They're being very destructive with their stupid decisions. And this person likes to make agreements. They like to come to agreements or compromises. This person loves to give people ultimatums. Wow, all these cards that just flew on the ground. Oh my God. So you've got Temperance, which is Archangel Michael showing up, Sagittarius energy. Very protective energy here. You have divine protection, okay, from Archangel Michael itself. You also use temperance when it comes to how much you drink, where you go, who you hang out with, what you do. This is why you do not overdo it. This person has been wishing that you would just overdo something so that they could step in. This person is up under judgment, the last judgment. This is the final call for them, like literally. Okay, they could be having to go to court for legal issues. They could be having to, they want to reconcile with you. The answer is no. Okay, this person, I mean, I can't tell you what to do, but it would be very toxic, very bad, very going backwards to compromise with this person. This person wants you to compromise your destiny, your future, and what you've been working on so that they can take over it. This person needs to look for a new career and stop trying to copy you. Like, straight up, this person, if they do whatever you're doing, they will not be rewarded because it's not what they're supposed to be doing. This Knight of Pentacles energy is somebody that this Queen of Wands was working with. That's also up under judgment. Somebody that was working very hard at trying to take something from you or manipulate somebody's will, like last will and testament type thing, trying to manipulate somebody else's free will over you. Crazy. And I feel like this Knight of Pentacles is going to say, oh, I didn't know, but they did know. These people are in the Nine of Swords. They can't get out of bed. Whatever sick bed they're in, the Nine of Swords is like being in a sick bed. Whatever sick bed this person is in, they have to lay in the bed that they're in, that they made for themselves. And this person's grieving because they know that they're up under judgment. Why all of these people that conspired together to bring you an issue. Okay, if you guys have any personal questions, instead of spamming the chat, send me a $20 super chat, okay? And I will answer your question, all right? But other than that, I am not answering personal questions without an equal exchange of energy. Okay. So the Nine of Swords is like somebody that, you know, this person could have just been dumped by somebody else. I feel like they're broke and they're broken and they need somebody to lift them out of a pit, basically. Okay. And that's not going to happen. You're not going to lift this person out of the despair that they're in. Since you didn't put them there, they put themselves there. They need to dig themselves out of this hole. It's not your job to, like I said, it's not your job to fix this demonic issue that they have with being stuck in their south node and being devilish. Like that's totally, yeah. If you send a $20 super chat, I will do your reading. Okay. I will pause the collective reading and I will answer your individual question, but I am doing a reading for everybody that's here. So anyways, the Temperance card, it's like Archangel Michael. This person has the devil energy. You have Archangel Michael. That is like a complete opposite of each other. You know what I'm saying? So this is already showing me that this person is up under judgment. They're experiencing bad karma and a lot of loss because they were trying to cause that to happen to you, to the point where your angelic team had to step in and give you protection from this person. This person was trying to do something with the police. This could also represent the chariot being a vehicle. You know what I mean? Just understand that whatever this person was doing to try to tell the police on you or whatever, this is basically over. You're having a victory. Domestic violence. Yeah, you're having a victory. All of this stuff that this person sent is all at once being returned back to them. And make sure that if you are experiencing any type of, you know, domestic stuff, that you do go to the police, okay? That you're not just sitting around being abused, because that's not okay. Know that there will be people to help you, but you have to take the first step. This Chariot card also talks about victory over an illness. This person was trying to make you sick with whatever devil attachment. This person was trying to literally make you sick all of the time. You are not a sick person. This, I swear, this freaking Queen of Wands is screwed. This is what just came out together. The Chariot and then the Six of Swords, that is a court case, okay? That is some type of legal dispute, court case that this person will lose. That's crazy. They could have been trying to take you to court, take a home from you, keep something from you, keep you from knowing something, keep you from receiving a message. Whatever this is about, this person's in trouble for it. They're being overwhelmed with a crisis, and this person feels the need to flee, aka this picture right here, the Six of Swords, which literally says problems, unfavorable judgment, and a lawsuit. It literally says that on the card. Unwanted marriage proposals. Maybe this person has some type of marriage proposal that's not wanted. I mean, I don't get that anybody wants to marry them, but I do get that this person does witchcraft on people so that they can get into a marriage. Anything for this person is drained. They've drained the police of their resources. They've drained a lot of people here, is what I'm picking up. This devil energy that this person is on has drained a lot of people of their resources. Let's get the likes up, you guys. The star, because this person was wanting to steal your star. They thought it was possible to take this talent, ability, this natural God-given talent that you already possess. Like I was saying, singing, dancing, creating art, you know, designing, whatever this is that you do. You are very gifted and talented. And this also talks about your dreams for the future coming true. You being able to, your star is very protected by Archangel Michael. Okay. You're also entering into a period of satisfaction and contentment and peace, and basically being able to chill. You could be gaining contacts with stars, people who are famous, or people who are going to be famous, or you are going to be famous. Okay. The star, it's like contact with somebody that will dramatically change your life. You understand that the universe has much more than what you've been given already for you. You guys understand this. You also know that this person's evil is they're being forced to have to reckon with it. Okay. And that's not your problem. I only think there's like one or two people on this planet right now that, at least that I know of, that could get rid of this demonic attachment. I don't really see anybody else being able to get rid of this. So whatever this person has done, they have done something permanent. Okay. They tried to do something permanent to you, and now something is happening permanently for them. 10 of Swords. This person is gonna, if you have to take this person to court, and I'm feeling a betrayal, a major betrayal that this person did. I'm feeling stabbing in my back. If you have to take this person to court for anything because of their stupid shit, you will literally 10 of Swords this person in a court of law, and they will be forced to have to pay you in the future days and times to come. So just know that whatever this is, this legal situation, when it comes to this person, you've already won, okay? Because you're not guilty of whatever this is, and this person cannot take from you. They can't portray themselves to be you, and they can't pass things off like they are you. And every financial block that they tried to bring in, and financial storm and homelessness situation that they casted upon you, for however long you suffered with not being able to pay your bills or not making enough money to feed yourself, for however long your child suffered because of this person's witchcraft, this person will suffer 10 times the amount of that, 10 times as long as that. Okay. And this person and their child will suffer. They're not getting a break at all. No, there's no cutting a deal with this person in any type of way. Because where was your deal when you couldn't provide for yourself, and you were struggling, and you were having to get on assistance or whatever this is, and being denied possibly assistance, and just literally you could have been living in your car, you could have had to sell a car, you could have had to leave a home. Whatever this person did to you, unacceptable. They have to eat that karma. And whatever this person was attempting to do to you, literally, you just have to understand that they are going through that same thing that they wished for you. 8 of Cups. And they have to walk away from this foolish idea of stealing your ideas and mass producing them. This person wanted to get you locked up in prison or something. Like, they're a straight weirdo. They wanted you to walk away from your purpose, your divine calling, and that interrupts God's plan. This person did not anticipate a bigger plan for things. This person's so self-centered and narcissistic, they only think from their little tiny ass version of themselves, their ego. They can only think and perceive from that. So everything in their life and everything in the world, they think revolves around them, you know? And this person feels truly like you are responsible for the reason that they're a loser. This person needs to go to their mother and father and ask, I did this shit when I was struggling. I was like, I'm gonna find my birth parents. I'm gonna ask them what the fuck was up. Now they're not alive, but still, I know things now, at least for searching. This person will never go within. They'll never ask why they have these repetitive patterns of failure following them. This person's only looking at the fact that you're the star and they're not, and they're wondering what they did wrong in life. I will tell you, first of all, and I'm not gonna say that this is wrong, but I will tell you where this person started to fuck up their own experience. This person starting a family at being a very, very young person was not a wise decision for them financially long term. Okay, point blank, period. This person trying to bind another person in a relationship and get impregnated by them to drain them of finances, not a good intention to have. This person literally being greedy as all hell and leaving the people that care about them out in the cold, that's on this person. This person's got a super bad attitude, and they're not looking at things through the lens of how they actually are. They're looking at through the lens of how can they use and abuse others. And that's the type of shit that this person is on. That's all that they've ever known is being used and abused. And that's what they try to do to other people. And they want this demonic energy to attach to you. But you have Archangel Michael defending you literally. And the reason that you don't fall into the energy of being able to be possessed by this entity is because you use temperance. You literally are not overdoing anything. You're not excessive shopping. You're not excessive sex. You're not excessive drinking, drugging, whatever else. Okay. That you're not in the South Node. You're not living in the situation, in the circumstances that would foster this type of witchcraft. Okay. And you're not a loser. Like, I would get that out of your mind. I don't care if you've ever lost at anything. You are not a loser. Okay. You are a star. You've always shined brightly. You've always shined very brightly. You've always been a good inspiration to other people and a hope. Okay. When people look to you, they see something they can aspire to. This person, they look to you and they saw through the eyes of envy. Okay. This person's upset with what you do for a living because it makes you a solid, secure foundation. And it will also, bring you public notoriety, attention, good luck, good fortune, rewards, and fame. And this person's hella pissed about it. They're really upset that you have a place to live. They think that your life is so easy, not even understanding the things that this person has done to you, that they put you through, how hard your life has been when it didn't need to be. And like the universe allowed some of this shit to happen. But I am telling you, the judgment card coming out and Archangel Michael, the universe has said enough. Enough, witch. Enough with your shit. Enough with the conspiring with people. Everything that you were doing to this person and their family is now going to happen to you and yours. The universe has had enough of this person. So you just keep moving forward, you guys. Forgive yourselves for why you drew this person into your life at all, because I feel like this was a fake bitch from the beginning. This was never somebody that was going to be real with you. They were always going to keep you at arm's distance, but then only come in when they needed something. If this person comes in to ask to borrow money because they need a home, the answer is no. You can't be putting yourself out or yourself in a position to where you won't be able to thrive because somebody else can't manage their shit. Okay. And point blank period, this person should not be raising no children. They should not have made the choices that they made in their life. The reason that your life is completely opposite and different than this person's, and the reason that this person is not called to do what you do, is because this person was called to be a mother, to do something else. Okay. They were called to do something else in life. They wanted to answer your telephone call. They wanted to hijack your phone system and answer the call to God for you and pretend to be you. This is why this person is in so much trouble. They could have been signing your name on documents and stuff like that without you present. No, that's a no. It's called perjury. That's a crime. That's a physical crime. This person has been a liar for a very long time. They have to walk away and they need to go get a new job. This person needs to find a new career and stop trying to do whatever you do. It's not meant for them. I don't know what else to tell them. 7 of Pentacles, because the more that they try to waste their time trying to steal from you, block you, take your finances, make things go in their favor, the more that it's not going to go in their favor. It's like trying to turn the tables. You know how it says like the last will be first and the first will be last? This person at one point, because of their witchcraft, was first. And they perceived it to be that way. I'm not going to say they actually were first, but they perceived themselves to be first. Now they feel like the roles have been reversed, and it's because you've taken your power back. You've asked for a reversal, and you have stopped allowing this person to walk into your life and use you whenever they need something. Okay. This person was never available when you needed something. They didn't want to hear it when you were crying, when you needed a friend, when you needed somebody to lean on. And if this person is somebody that you weren't close with like that, they never would have given you the time of day because they thought that you were insignificant. Even though they saw this great potential within you, this person did not want to actually acknowledge it because it would mean that they don't possess it. And this person thought that with magic, anything is possible. And they thought that they could do this work that you're doing literally and possess something that you own by doing magic. And they're being shown that magic is not more powerful than the bigger picture that the universe has for everything. Okay. There's a bigger picture, bigger than what we can see, bigger than everything else. And we all play a part in it. But this person didn't want to play their own part. They wanted to play, this person wanted to be second fiddle to you. They wanted to literally play your position for you. Okay. So just understand that this person, they thought they could use magic to keep someone from loving you, to keep you from ever making a commitment, to keep you from ever being like taken care of. This person is, I'm sorry, they're narcissistic. They really are not powerful enough like that. This person wanted you to feel like you needed to compete with them, and they wanted you to feel like you needed them in some type of way. Okay, you don't need this. What would you ever be in a situation where you would need this person? I mean, this person only comes around when they want to take something, or they want you to give something, or they feel like you have to. This is where this entitlement, I don't get where it comes from with this person, why they feel so entitled to the blessings that are clearly yours, the energy that's clearly not theirs. But yeah, they feel entitled to everything that belongs to you for whatever reason. This person could be holding a grudge, but that's not going to hold up in a court of law. You holding a grudge against somebody, wanting revenge on somebody because they're doing better than you, that's not going to hold up in a court of law. Okay, that's not a legit enough reason to take something from someone. The world, you are over here gaining access to the world, having all of these new possibilities open up, and this person is seeing that your work that you do is making you world renowned. It's making you known by people. And what did this person not want? They did not want you to be seen, known, heard, none of that. Because how could this person be you if you're already being you? This is why they wanted to destroy you completely. And your goals are being achieved. You're making new milestones. You have an unexpected sum of money coming your way, something that you're not even aware of. You could have a free vacation coming your way. You could be traveling. You could be going on vacation. You could be getting a new job. You could be starting a new career, starting a new business, investing in a new idea, a new, prosperous seed that you're planting, and it's going to work out for you. As long as you continue to invest your time and energy wisely, everything's going to be fine. Okay, you have Archangel Michael protecting this work that you do. It's this person is like literally behaving like you just go to work for the state. You do not just work for the state. You work for God. Whatever you're doing pleases God. This is why it is protected by the archangels. Okay, they're not going to allow this great work that you're doing to help people awaken and heal. Because it takes, by you guys awakening others and helping other people on their journeys in whatever way that you do by using your natural talents and abilities, that takes the weight off of the archangels' backs. It makes less people that the archangels have to be continuously helping. I mean, they can do everything all at once, but I'm still saying, like, you're helping them. That's why they're helping you. So just understand that you're helping the divine realm just as much as it's helping you. It's an equal give and take. That's why for your services, you have to charge money. There has to be an equal exchange of energy. If there's not an equal exchange of energy, it's vampirism. And I don't want to be a part of no vampirism, and neither do you. You understand that. This person was never an equal exchange of energy. They didn't want to pay you for something. They wanted you to lend money to them and always be the lender. You know what I mean? Literally, not even on Halloween would it be a good time to be a person like that. Seriously. 5 of Cups. This person is in major regret, crying over spilt milk. They feel like they lost a valued relationship, even though you guys didn't have a solid relationship. This was not somebody that you could trust, and you knew that. And you could see the competition within them growing every day that went by, and this is why you cut this person off. You used your intuition. And you went within and you healed the heart chakra. Like point blank period. You healed whatever cord this person was attempting to attach to you to drain your happiness, your door to happiness, abundance, peace, love, joy, all of that. This person was trying to drain that from you, to steal it. And no, this is a time for you and your family to thrive, for you to literally have your happily ever after. And because you used your intuition and went within, You are being led to your happily ever after. Point blank, period. You're not in a storm. The storm may be brewing outside, but you don't have to go outside in it. I don't even get that you're in a storm. This person is in the 5 of Cups. They're crying over spilt milk because they were not able to get you locked up. This person is going to jail. They're going to have to do some type of time in jail because of the crimes that they committed. Okay, this could also represent like other people that want to run away from crimes. Okay, I'm not going to say who, but other people in the media that are not showing up to court dates, that don't want to look at no files, okay, PDF files that have been filed against them. This could also represent that as well. That these people are going to have to do some type of, they're going to be restricted, whether the physical world does it or prison, or the spiritual world does it. This person's going to spiritual jail. They're going to be limited in the future when it comes to what they have access to. This person will not have access to spell books and personal time. They'll be in fucking jail, okay? Having to mind their own business. And they may join a coven in jail, but again, this person always joins with people who are losers. And anybody that this person comes into contact with, they turn into a loser as well. It's sad. This person is going to blame you for why they're being put in jail when they were the ones committing crimes, trying to get loans out in your name, trying to sign your name on documents, trying to sign your work over to them, trying to hack your freaking bank accounts. Who does shit like that? A desperate ass hoe. That's what you're dealing with. Somebody who's desperate. 9 of Cups, because they see you over here getting your wishes fulfilled, getting your deepest desire granted. And this person is like, hell no, they can't be in the 9 and 10 of Cups. They're like, that's not acceptable. And Archangel Michael's like, what? What are you talking about? This person has done the work. They've done the healing work. They've gone through a lot. Why wouldn't they deserve to have a happily ever after? Like, what are you talking about? This person is being questioned for the entire reason why they decided to come up against you in the first place, why they wanted to take you out of being a Queen of Pentacles energy. This person is having to answer for that. They're having to answer to your protection, your divine protection, okay? Which goes beyond what this stupid ass human world will not fucking do for you. You are safe beyond anything that could happen to you physically or in any other type of way. You need to understand that when you make good decisions, you create a reality that is safe for you to live in. You are protected because of the good work that you are here to do. This is why people that are in their purpose, doing what God has basically guided them to do, or the universe, however you want to look at that, spirit, those people are untouchable. You cannot fuck with the anointed. And if you do, you will fuck around and find out in the worst way that everything that you try to do to somebody else can happen to you. 100%, no matter how stable you think you are. If the house was not built on the foundation of the Most High, the house has the ability to fall, okay? Like a house of cards. The 2 of Swords, this person is going to be blocked in jail. They're not going to have the time to just sit around doing witchcraft on you. This is what I'm saying. This is why it's the end of a battle with this person. They don't have any good changes coming. They're in an intellectual rut, and they don't have any good ideas. They literally need you for something, okay? Yeah, this person can astral project, but, you're protected from that as well. If they're trying to enter your dream state, cancel and rebuke them and pray every time that you get up. Every time that you go to sleep, pray before you go to sleep. That nobody enters your dream, nobody enters your mind, nobody is allowed to tamper with you, that you get a good night's sleep, that your spirit team is present with you, that you are lucid in your dreams and aware of what's going on, so that you're not consumed. Do not eat in your dreams, you guys. That is a sign of witchcraft. If you see a big black dog or you get bitten by something, that's another sign of witchcraft. But there will be certain signs that are universal signs in the dream state for witches. For me, when I had witches working on me, I literally went to sleep, later in the evening. Let's just say it was in summertime. But I went to sleep. I had a dream that these 2 neighbors came to me and they told me to my face that they were doing witchcraft on me to ruin my life. And I was like, that is so weird. Such a weird dream. I literally woke up from that dream And I looked outside my window, and the neighbors, those two people, were outside my window pouring lemon juice and burying some shit in the yard, straight up, legitimately right then and there. And I was like, oh, okay, well, they're doing the witchcraft. And then every day from that point on, for like a few years, they would come with vinegar or whatever other bullshit and pour more negative shit on the same area. Okay, so just know, like, you will get signs, you will have dreams, you will literally know when people are doing things. Okay, they're not going to get away with it. King of Wands. This Queen of Wands could have been married to somebody. This person is also in jail. Whoever this other masculine energy is, they're either going to jail or they're about to. They're definitely not getting out of jail. This is like going into imprisonment, basically. If this is a domestic violence energy, this masculine energy is going to jail. They have to do time for something else that they did that's not even related to you. Why is this King of Wands coming out? I get some clarification on that. Oh, does it have to do with the Judgment card? Yeah, it has to do with this person was, maybe this person wanted to come towards you as King of Wands and make a connection, and this Queen of Wands did something to block or sever that. I don't feel like this King of Wands energy is good for you anyways. So, like, when people think that their opportunities were stolen, no. If somebody was able to take an opportunity for you, that shit was not meant for you, because whatever is meant for you will never pass you by. It's not possible. That's a whole part of fate and destiny, is like, no matter what you do, it happens anyways type shit. This person was trying to block somebody that you don't even want to be with from gaining access to you. Oh well, like, just let that one go. You don't even need to clear that shit. Just let this person be blocked from you, literally. Always up at 3 a.m. Yeah, exactly. 3 of Cups. When you said that, I pulled the 3 of Cups. That's like double confirmation, you guys. The 3 of Cups is a good harvest. You getting to celebrate, you getting invited to places. You could be going to like social outings and stuff like that. And this person, that's what they really didn't want you to have, was strong friendships and strong relationships. This person is in the 5 of Swords. All of these people involved, they're put themselves in the 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords is when you try to self-preserve yourself to the destruction of other people. It's like a really weird way of thinking, but it's like this person thinks that their self-preservation means that they have to destroy you. You're not doing anything to this person. You're not causing them to suffer. They're the cause of their own suffering. Why would you have to be stopped so this person could thrive? I mean, that's just some weird way of thinking that this person has. But they do some illegal, immoral conduct, and they're being caught up for this shit. This person's going to be publicly shamed and dishonored while you get to move on, have happy relationships, have a happily ever after, be popular, literally be invited to social events, go to those social events, okay? Don't go to anything that this person goes to. Like, if you know that this person goes to the club on whatever day, don't go to that club. I would not go anywhere that this person goes. 6 of Cups. This person needs to be more concerned about their children and how they were trying to take everything from you to protect these children that this person doesn't even care about. They need to be more concerned about their own situation, point blank, period. And they need to concentrate on happy memories that they had when they were a child, because this person is stuck in some type of way of thinking. And they keep trying to attach themselves emotionally to you. No, cancel and rebuke that shit. Cut the cord. 4 of Cups. This person, why they did this to you in the first place and tried to destroy everything that you had, tried to steal it, they're going to say that they were doing it to preserve their children, but that's a lie. You don't have to kill anybody else's personal legacy, fuck with their inheritance, try to stop and block them, hurt and harm them. You don't have to do anything to anybody else. People are most of the time sabotage themselves. Just let people live their lives. Mind your own business. That's all you have to do to survive and thrive. This person got bored with their own business, with their own life. They looked over at yours and they were like, I'm going to try that one on and wear that one. And this person is stopped immediately. They feel like the answer to their happiness is money, and this person is going to be, for the rest of their lifetime, pursuing the love of money. and they will always have an empty ass void inside of them that will never be filled with no man, no kids, no love, nothing good, because they'll always be obsessed with fucking money. Okay. Like literally, that's the shit this person is on. They're always going to be obsessed with money and thinking that that's the answer to every problem. No, it's not. Can money buy you beauty? I guess it could get you plastic surgery, but that could fuck you up. Can money buy you health? No. Can money buy you peace? No. Can money buy you a good relationship? No. There are things that money cannot do. Can money buy you spiritual abilities? No. None of that is true. Okay. Money could buy you a witchcraft practitioner, but that's getting spells done on somebody else. That's not doing anything for the self. 7 of Wands. You had to defend yourself from this person. You defending yourself and you defending your peace is very important. This person was coming in super aggressive and they wanted you to make a compromise to where you would give up a blessing that's yours. It is not your job to give up your blessings, okay? God blessed you with something so that you could have it, so you could leave it to the people that you care about, and so that you could have something in life. This is why you have what you have, because God gave it to you. You defending what you have is important. When people think that they can just come around and play games like this and destroy an innocent person's life, let them think that shit. Death, because this person is experiencing endings. The ending to their living situation, the ending to income, the ending to personal growth. This person is looking like this court case failing, this contract being broken, whatever this is, them getting fired, them getting kicked out, casted away, thrown in the garbage. They're seeing it as a death, and they're wondering why it's happening. This person was conjuring up a storm that was meant to kill you and strip you of everything. So this person should not be confused as to why that's happening to them. They were the ones sitting there conjuring the shit up. I mean, literally verbatim, it was them doing it. Okay, let's get an outcome for this situation. This person was also trying to challenge your authority in the spirit and trying to take away your talents and abilities. And so this is another reason that they're experiencing death. They were bored with their own future and their own destiny and fate. The moon, and they thought that the moon could do something for them. This person was being tested with this death magic. They were being tested. They tried to bring a complete stop and an ending to your success and your finances, but you had other tricks up your sleeve. You already had other business ventures and other intentions and other creative projects in the works that this person didn't calculate because they didn't know about it. That's why you had to cut them off, because they were trying to monitor you, spy on you, use moon magic on you, destiny swipe you, and all of that shit. And I don't care if this person even has a piece of your hair or clothing or whatever. It's not going to work. No, the answer is no. You're getting good news. This is like, this person was also trying to block you from being able to receive good news. Your talents, blessings, and you being a blessing to this planet it's all you. That's your energy. Yeah, it says enjoy your work and learn from challenges. An excellent time for a new project. Research them carefully with attention to details. Literally, you have fame, public recognition, reward, and honor here for you. Literally coming in. This message could be that the message about you is getting out. This person wasn't able to feed off of you, duplicate your work, steal from you, stop your creative vision. This person wasn't able to take your power away from you. They weren't able to make you sabotage. All that stuff was futile. And now that this person is trying to spy on you in the dream state, they've been kicked out of whatever coven, whatever this group is that they belong to. They're kicked out. Page of Swords. This person was trying to monitor you. They have been booted out of this soul tribe, this community. This person's literally getting kicked out of something. And they're being casted away at the same time. It's like poetic justice. 2 of Cups. You still have a soul contract. That's extremely strong. That's going to last you this lifetime and more to come. They can't take that from you. This person didn't make you. Why do they think that they can break you? All right, let's get a conclusion. What about this spying energy? Is there anything we need to know about being monitored? Basically, this moon magic was meant to monitor your progress and cause you to go through cycles of blockages and being stopped and mental health issues and all this other crap. Okay, I'm not going to go into the full extent of it because I think you already know. But yeah, this person was trying to monitor your success and your progress, and they're not going to be able to do that from being inside jail. Confirmation. Four of Pentacles. This person was trying to monitor your roots, okay? Your Four of Pentacles, your inheritance, your gift, your blessing, your talent, your ability. They were trying to monitor its progress, and they're basically being blocked for that. This person has lost their gifts. They've lost their abilities. They cannot tap in like they could before. So just know that this is all about somebody wanting to be possessive over what's yours. And it's left this person carrying a 10 of Wands. They're burdened. This person is a burden. They're a financial burden. They also doubt their own worth, which is something that I feel like they deserve to be like that. They are burdened with whatever stupid relationship that they were in. This person was sleeping with a lot of people. They wanted to send somebody into your life to like court you or date you, to pull you off of the path that you're on and to spy on you. You're not dumb. You're not just going to accept any weirdo into your life without using your intuition. Leaving this person at a crossroads, they need to make a new decision. I don't know what they're going to do, but they need to find something else to do with their time. You know what I'm saying? This person needs to find something else to do with their time and with their energy. Because you have an Ace of Cups here. God is going to continue to love you whether this person wants to try to curse you or not. That is the inevitability of you receiving this blessing from God. Like, it's yours. You can do what you want with it. I also feel like somebody is trying to slow you down. They're trying to do time magic, warping magic. Okay, cancel and rebuke them. Because you're the sun. You guys have done the healing. You have gone within. You've tapped into this inner child. You guys are mentally alert. You're healthy. Okay, you're very magnetic at this time. You're pulling the right people towards you, people that need to know you. This person, they didn't even actually know you, but they wanted to. Yeah, you're getting justice because everything that's done in the dark will come to the light, and you will get justice. That is literally what is here for you. This person cannot change that outcome of your destiny. They cannot transfer your virtue onto them. This person is guilty, and everybody that they conspired with is also guilty. Nine of Wands. This person's going to be wounded, Chiron return, for eons to come. Not your problem. You guys continue to move forward, okay? This person is basically surrounded by trouble. They brought a nasty-ass storm upon themselves, and now they're going to have to make a compromise that they don't want to make, while you get to remain in the Nine of Pentacles. You're getting justice because somebody was trying to destroy your ability to stand on your own 2 feet and to be prosperous, and they had no right to do that. That makes them a horrible person. This person wanted to sacrifice you, okay, so that they could take a love union from you. This person was trying to block somebody from coming in. No. Cancel and rebuke them. You guys are going to be fine, though. Just know that if you continue to move forward and love yourself and work on your projects, God's got an Ace of Cups here for you. You will continue to be protected. But I would definitely cleanse this person out of your energy, cancel and rebuke them, return whatever they've done. Ask God to show you anything that needs to be done so that this person and their stupid ass ambush can be defeated, because you're already in the energy of victory and triumph. You're already in the energy of having a new creation, having a new life, having a 10 of Pentacles, literally being able to manifest what you need and being able to live life around the people that you care about, having a legacy to leave the people that come after you, having a home and money and food and clothing and all of that. You've already manifested that. God has given you the natural abilities that you need and the energy to manifest what you want, what you need, and what is for your highest and best good. You already have that. You're already on the fast track. You guys are waking up. You're getting out of this energy of feeling stagnant and stuck. And this person wants you to just stop because they are on some bullshit. They don't want you to move forward. They need to grow up and stop trying to create storms for other people, mind their own fucking business. Okay? It would have saved this person's entire life from being homeless and in the 5 of Pentacles and being put in jail had they just minded their own business. But they wanted to mind your business instead. All right, you guys, thank you for making it to the ending of this reading. So I'm just going to go over the two books that are in the description box below. The first one is called The Truth of God. I suggest that you guys get this book. Okay, it's got the journey to God. It's got a spiritual workbook. You don't have to be psychic to use this book and for it to be effective. The three techniques that are worth more than gold. The first one is called the joy versus anger technique. That develops a yes and no answering system with God so that you can ask immediate questions, and it's more stable and more secure than using a pendulum or muscle testing. You can get an immediate answer back, and then you can start asking questions about things. Should I go here? Should I be around this person? Should I eat this? Should I drink that? Should I blah, 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 right? And then the second one is the God technique, and that changes your frequency and your it pulls you out of being in the ego looking up, okay, to source, to being looking out through source's eyes and looking down at everything. So basically shifts you from your ego, to your higher self. And by doing that, it changes your frequency in every type of way. It's probably the most powerful technique that's ever been created. And then the third one is the mind technique. The mind technique allows you to locate thoughts and beliefs and then basically get rid of them. And so you start to use the mind like the tool that it's supposed to be rather than your mind using you like a tool. Okay. So, yeah, this is the book that you need to get on your spiritual journey, to really, really progress, to make that solid connection with God. And you'll eventually get to a point where your frequency is so high vibrational, you're so interconnected with the divine that anytime somebody tries to do witchcraft, you don't even need intervention because you're not in an energy that would be a receiving to whatever bullshit is going on. So I was stuck in the psychic realm my whole life until I came across this book. Then I was able to get out of the psychic realm so that I'm not having to deal with stupid people and stupid things, basically. The second book that I'm going to talk about. Okay, so the links to these books are in the description box below. The second book that I'm going to talk about is the book that I've written. It's called Visago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells, and it has different tarot card spreads for the major arcana cards, which are the Magician is one, the Moon is one, the Star. They are the major transition cards. And so basically I've designed a tarot card spread for each of those major transitions. And so I'm just going to open, to the Justice. Okay. Interesting. So position 4 for the Justice Tarot card spread, Temperance. The card that you pull for this position can show you any virtues that are working on your behalf. If you are innocent of all charges, you will pull the Justice card for this position. If you are a righteous person, that may come through the card that you pull for this position. Position 5, the Strength. The card that you pull for this position can give insight into your personal strengths. The card that you pull for this spot will show you the power of the request for justice. How loud is the call for justice to be served against you? On the contrary, how quiet is the call to justice? If you pull the Strength card or the Justice card for this position, you will know that justice will be served on your behalf by the universe. So it's got basically a guide for you to learn how to read your own tarot cards. All you need to start is the original Rider-Waite tarot deck, which is like $7 online. It might even be cheaper on Temu. And then it's got a spell for each of the major arcana cards. So the Justice tarot card spell, the objective is to create justice against those who thought that they got away with it. And so you'll say this little prayer affirmation. I invoke, draw in, and evoke, draw out the spirit and the scales of justice into this spell and into my life in general. Whoever is doing injustice to me will be revealed as I am healed through their transgressions. I ask that the mighty spirit of justice seek after anyone who seeks to persecute me or prosecute me in any form or fashion for what I know or channel from the Most High God and the Holy Spirit. So you'll do a little ritual, just an easy manifestation technique is what I should call it. You could call it a spell, but it works with God and the Holy Spirit so that you create justice, and they're all for you and your personal self-development. So I would get the Truth of God, work through that intuitive workbook, then get this book, get the Rider-Waite original tarot deck, and use it with this book. And I would take pictures of each tarot card spread that you have and then write down the things that you pick up. Go back again and do the tarot card spread again, like later on, or look at the one that you've already done, because you'll pick up more information. And so I feel like this is going to help you guys learn how to read your own cards, especially when you're wanting to go beyond self-doubt of using tarot when learning to pull cards for yourself or someone else. Okay. And remember, you guys, if any of you have any personal questions, you can always send me a $20 super chat with your question, and I will pause the collective reading and I will answer your question. I also work with another psychic, and we see basically this through the same lens, I should say. Sometimes this other psychic picks up on things that I don't pick up on, but it's really good when you have two people that are able to confirm things. It works really well. So I also have that available to me for anything that, especially if it's something that needs to be cleared. I'll never come back and say something negative without having a way to resolve it. Okay. So just know that. Also, if you want to leave a tip or donation, there are links in the description box below, and the links to these books are in the description box below. Seriously, you guys, when you have the time, energy, and money, invest in yourself by getting those books. They're really going to help. Like literally, they were created to help. So I love you guys so much. Thank you for making it to the ending of this reading. Have a wonderful evening, you guys. I'm going to be headed to my other platform. If you want to follow me over there, it is called the Psychic Tarot Angel Oracle. Make sure you guys like this video, tap the notification bell, make sure you're subscribed. All that good stuff helps the channel. Leave a comment. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.